Hey guys, I hope you all are having an amazing day today. But I wanted to come on real quick and talk about a topic. I've been trying to come on and do this topic for a minute now. But I know oftentimes, I hear a lot of you all saying, oh, go find yourself a rich man. All you need is a rich man to do this, a rich man to do that. As though you could just walk in your backyard and pick a rich man off the tree. Let me say this first and foremost, all right? When it comes to a rich man, you don't choose a rich man. Rich man choose you, all right? And most times when we're talking about rich men, okay, I'm going to assume we're talking about white rich men, okay, because those are the real rich men, all right? Now, I'm not saying that we don't have any black millionaires. Absolutely, yes, we do, okay? But most times, what happens when we have our black millionaires, they don't want black women. Let's be clear, all right? They go to the other race, all right? And we don't have the millionaires like the white community do. We just don't have it like that, all right? But to make a long story short, I wanted to come on and talk about that because a lot of you all talk about this rich man so loosely as though you could just really just step out the door and you got a rich man. It doesn't work like that, number one, all right? Because first and foremost, if you're talking about dating outside of your race when it comes to a rich white men don't like the things that a black man like in their woman, okay? Rich white men are not into tattoos, okay? Rich white men are not into women with big booties, okay? Rich white men are not into women who wear colored hair, okay? So when you're talking about a rich white man, all right, there are certain standards that you must have in order to get that man's attention. And if that white man is dating outside of his race, first and foremost, he cares about what his friends think about his partner. He cares about what his family thinks about his partner, which means if you are not representing him in a manner that is respectful, you're not going to get that rich white man, all right? Because rich white men are not into big booties. They're not into tattoos, okay? They're not into colored hair, okay? They're not into those types of things that we as a community like, okay? They don't like thick women. They like thin women, all right? And this is just real life conversation, all right? And I know many of you all get offended about anything and everything. You're going to be offended because one thing about me, I'm going to give you the truth, all right? So I just wanted to come on and have that quick conversation with you all because so many of you all talk about rich white men as though you could just walk out the door and there you go. It doesn't work like that, honey. And as I said earlier, you don't choose rich men. Rich men choose you.